Okie dokie. I just wanted to say, Sue, I love your poem. I know you mentioned you were in a writer's block. Did you write that recently?
Yes.
Amazing. I just want to compliment you. Okie dokie. Well, before I go away with poetry, I did want to do a little mention. There's this writing workshop you may have heard about tonight. It's available and open to anyone. I've recently remodeled it, and I'd love to have anybody else new. It meets the third Thursday of every month, and we just kind of dive into poetry, learning about it, learning about the history, and then learning about the structure. We write poems, and it's a good time. So if anyone's interested, let me know, and I'd be happy to give you more information. Now, I went through all my poems that I wrote in 2022, and I found one of my favorites. I have performed it here before, but I did want to share it again because the first time I came here and performed was when I shared this poem, and I was so nervous. So I want to give it another go. Anyway, here we go. This one, let me get to it. This is called To Be a Bird. To seek everything in comfort is a dream, the simplest of lives, peaches and cream. Yet time whispers wrinkles onto my face. Life seems chaotic, an unstable pace. Mine composed of unfinished music notes, muffled sad sunlight pours onto lab coats, ringing in my head, married to a bed. Life stutters, fragmented words. To be human is not a romantic ideal, too much to be and too much to feel. As I stare into the emptiness of space, they wonder who, I wonder why. God, make me a bird so I can fly far away, forget my worries and become a blue jay. Let me inherit the strength of eagles, the grace of sparrows, the freedom of seagulls. The red wing, he glides through the air with such ease, nothing to beg for and no one to please. He swirls through the clouds with artistic flair, unpracticed elegance, his deep-eyed stare. To be a bird is a timeless fantasy, reality's kiss and a woman's tragedy. Man will always fail me, but the sky is constant. My arms won't become wings. My dreams are despondent. Now moving on to new stuff. This one's just a fun little short one. I just want to throw it in there, having fun with words. This one's called The Flowers Flood. Folded petals fade like fingerprints, wrestling with the dark rain's lonely dance. Melted blues and purples make love as empty air blossoms into birthing light. The intimate bond of rain and flower remains but a secret I only seem to know. Okie dokie, so I'm going to be a little vulnerable right now. This poem I recently wrote because a lot has been going through my head. Obviously, there's a lot going on in the world, but something came up recently and it really, really, really bothered me. So, the governor of Florida, I don't like to get political, but he recently banned a required class from high school that would teach African American history, and that really bothered me. And so I was just like, why would you do that? This is a whole nother part of history. It would be great for everyone to know about, important. But critical race theory, the horror, the scary stuff of learning about people's differences. But anyway, because of that, I just got really upset. But then I remembered, it wasn't too long ago that I was also a bit ignorant as well. I grew up in a white neighborhood, though most of my friends and family were Asian, so grew up around a lot of Asian culture, and so that was my world. And it wasn't until I went to college I became friends with a lot of people from Congo, actually, and being around their energy and different perspectives on life, it really, really opened my eyes. And slowly after graduating and moving on to life, I just started to pay more attention to the world and other people's perspectives. And so this is there was a moment a few years ago that the poem talks about, but I think we can forget if it's not our experience or if it hasn't happened to us. We often don't worry about it, or we don't look at it the same way. We're just like, it's there, but there's nothing I can do about it. And so this one's called It's Not My Problem. We, said Muhammad Ali. Today's version, take a knee. Justice has lost her identity. Banish white supremacy. Black is beautiful. Marches are immovable. Guns destroy the juvenile. But I'm not suitable. Sorry to make this about me, but I didn't start racial diversity. I can't take an officer's gun away. I'm not responsible for society's decay. It's a problem, but it's not my problem. Still I rise, said Maya Angelou. Today's pain is real, but we grow. Embrace humanity's rainbow, from farmland to Chicago. The future is black people to be the producer. Systems are the abuser, but I don't believe the rumors. Sorry to make this about me, but I have the right to disagree. How do we know racism is alive, but it's propaganda contrived? It's a problem, but it's not my problem. 3 Asian women shot, I read. Shooter blamed Chinese for COVID spread. My heart filled with the utmost dread. My siblings, they looked like the ones who bled. Black is oppressed and very little gets addressed. Our biases are riddled in our dense wood. We pretend like everything is good. I'm sorry. This was never about me. Ignored conversations, bypassed history. I understood the fear and the painful debris. Everything changes when it's suddenly your family. It's a problem, but it's all of our problem. Thank you.